Welcome to the City of Rockville's Hometown Holidays Music Festival All Access Special. I'm your host, Mike Coppersmith. Hometown Holidays is set for Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through 25th in Rockville Town Center. This year we welcome more than 30 bands playing everything from reggae to rock, folk, and Americana. Today we'll be giving you a preview of a few of the great bands playing at this year's festival. All right, let's get to it. Up first, we're happy to welcome back South Rail. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Good. So, how did you guys meet?
We actually met on Craigslist. Kind of funny story. There was another person putting together a band called Cricket Tree, and we all answered separate Craigslist ads for a drummer, a guitarist, and a backup singer. So we auditioned and we got into that band and showed up in a practice room together. We loved the band, but there was obviously some really good chemistry between Jay and I, so we formed a side project. And the side project just ended up taking off and kind of overlapping Cricket Tree.
Very cool. Now, Laura, you grew up in Rockville, and you actually have been to Hometown Holidays before. You played it last year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was the big thing. I went to Richard Montgomery, so it was the big thing to do in high school and beyond. We loved it.
Fantastic. So recently, you guys just wrapped up a tour, which was really cool. It was called the Take the Wheel Tour. How did you guys get the name for Take the Wheel Tour, and what was the concept behind it?
Sure. Well, we had a booking agent that was interested in us, and so we went down to Nashville to play a show. And the show was not very well attended, and we were kind of embarrassed, and the booking agent, needless to say, passed on, did not like us, because they said that we were not pop country enough. So what I decided in that moment was, why can't bands do this themselves? Why are we spending so much time looking for a booking agent when we could just step out and do it ourselves? So I came up with a crowdsourced idea where we asked our fans to tell us where to go so that we could kind of take the guesswork out of where we would have crowds and where we wouldn't. The example being Nashville. We didn't know many people there, so that was a terrible place to decide that we were going to play and try to convince someone that we were worth it. So the name actually came from a song that I was writing at the time, also called Take the Wheel. That was basically about knowing where we wanted to be, knowing where I wanted to be, and not knowing at all how to get there, and finally breaking down and asking for help. So I thought that those were two very similar emotional ideas.
So across that tour, you guys basically went from coast to coast. What was your favorite city to play in, and then what was your favorite venue to play in?
Jay, you can. We have different ones.
Well, cities to visit was different than venues to play in. I enjoyed San Francisco quite a lot, and I think one of the funnest shows we did and the coolest venues was probably in Buffalo when we were in the middle of a snowstorm. I think all the other music venues in town were closed that night, so we had a good crowd because everybody sort of congregated at the place we were playing. It's called the Sportsman, right?
The Sportsman's Tavern, yep.
Yeah. And they have a lot of national acts that come through there, and it was a really good crowd, great stage, great sound. So Buffalo was a lot of fun.
Very cool. Laura, what about you?
Well, I'm definitely loving Santa Cruz. Never been there before. We drove through Big Sur on the Pacific Coast Highway. I mean, it was just remarkable. So as far as towns were concerned, I have to say redwoods with mountains with beach you can't really find anywhere else. So Santa Cruz was the most magical place that I found. And the show was really awesome, too. It was in a music hall, also a Mexican restaurant. And we had a good crowd of people we had never met before that looked us up and found us. But I have to say, one of the most magical nights and unexpected nights was in Las Cruces, New Mexico. It was... It's a small town. The place that we played was called the Blue Moon Bar in Radium Springs, not even Las Cruces. It was outside of Las Cruces, off of a highway. And it was kind of a dive bar that doesn't serve food, that, their register was broken down that night, so they were, just guessing how much everything cost. But they brought all of their people in. All of the regulars were there. They all loved it. It was so unexpected and lovely. So that show really stuck with me because that's exactly what I was trying to do with the tour. And so that was one of my major successes, I felt.
Very cool. So you guys are going to play two songs for us here today. What's the first song? And tell us a little bit about it.
First song is Hallelujah. Our first music video is we did with this song, and I wrote this, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years ago, and brought it into the band. The way I did it was actually a lot faster, and we sort of slowed it down and made it a little folkier. So It's just a sort of a love song.
All right, South Rail.
Moonlight's creeping on the fire escape. I'll be home, but I'll be late. Don't lose hope. I'll climb up where the roses bloom and risk a fall to get with you. Don't lose us. Feel my, feel my, feel my all. Hallelujah. Evening's coming and I'm glory bound. I know for sure when I hear the sound from you, babe. Time's great keeper is a child at play. Am I in her, but I'm gonna stay with you now. Feel my, feel my, feel my all. Hallelujah. I wouldn't want for you to change. I want you to wait for me. I'll keep working till the lines are true. Send it on to disappear from view, babe. Every word wrong in the place with wood and steel will find a way to you now. Feel my, feel my, feel my all. Hallelujah. Feel my, feel my, feel my all. Hallelujah. So this next one is called Olsen Still, and just to let you know, this is kind of low key for us. We are normally a 4-part band, so when you come see us in Hometown Holidays, we'll have a drummer and a bass player, and I'll be playing piano. So, but Jay, you want to talk about Olsen Still?
I think at the time that I wrote this song, I was listening to a lot of early folk music, like the Harry Smith anthology and stuff like that, which has quite a number of murder ballads on it. So I want to try my hand at a murder ballad, and it's not the most uplifting subject in the world, but it sounds nice, hopefully. This is called Olsen Still.
Taking my love to Olsen Still, but she won't marry me, no one will. She thought I was a silent type. At least that's one thing she got right. This'll be my love song. You can have my heart, but I won't give my life for you. I will take you with me someplace in the dark. You don't know what I might do. Taking my love to listen still. She won't marry me, no one will. She said she'd belong to me, but now she'll learn that she can't leave. This'll be my love song. You can have my heart, but I won't give my life for you. I will take you with me someplace in the dark. You don't know what I might do. Taking my love to listen still. She won't marry me, no one will. I hold you down in an old creek bed and decide that I might live instead. Bury you where the water flows. Let that moonshine save my soul. This'll be my love song. You can have my heart, but I won't give my life for you. I will take you with me someplace in the dark. You don't know what I might do. Taking my love to listen still. She won't marry me, someone will. Secrets come and secrets go, but where she is no one will know. This'll be my love song. You can have my heart, but I won't give my life for you. I will take you with me someplace in the dark. You don't know what I might do. Taking my love to listen still.
Great. Thank you guys so much. Ran the full gamut of emotions there from love song to murder ballad.
Right.
So you can catch South Rail at the Hungerford Tavern stage Sunday at Hometown Holidays on East Montgomery Avenue this year. And thank you guys so much. Nashville booking agents might not have loved you. I sure do, and everybody at Hometown Holidays will as well. Coming up next, we're going to have newcomer Fiction 20 Down to the stage. The Baltimore band will be joining us right after this. Welcome back. We're here on the stage with Fiction 20 Down from Baltimore, Maryland. Hello, guys. How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Welcome to Hometown Holidays All Access Preview.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
So 2014 was a pretty busy year for you guys. You won the Maryland Music Award for Breakout Artist of the Year.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Did that like change your complete world and now you no free time at all?
Yeah, we're just completely famous now.
So they give you guys a statue for that. Who's keeping it?
We got a nice little placard record, and it's we rehearse in my studio. So by default, it ended up in the studio, so we could all see it every time we rehearse. So we're sharing it.
Yeah. Every time we leave the studio, we like slap it like going out in the football field.
Play like a champion today. So you guys have been playing together, this group, over 3.5 years. How did you guys all get together?
The band started originally as an acoustic, just side project of mine while I was doing my studio work. The more I did it, the more I loved it, and that kind of took off. And as it took off, it just kind of pieced together people that kind of had the same drive, I guess, motivation for it. First one was our bass player, who's not here today, DJ. He joined shortly after I started and kind of switched from acoustic to full band. And then Andre, we met Andre through a mutual friend, a guitar player. I don't know, it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah, it was about 4. Yeah.
4 years ago. And then Wes is the wild card over here.
Yeah, I actually moved from Chicago to Maryland to join the band. I was pursuing music in Chicago in a similar style band, so it's a pretty small space, so everyone kind of knows who everyone else is. And I saw that these guys were looking for a guitarist, and I was ready to just sort of take things to the next level. And yeah, it's been over 3 years now.
Great. So you guys are releasing a studio single every month. How does that go?
It's been really cool. We're calling it the Year of Fiction 20 Down. We spent 2014 mostly just on the road on tour. So this year we're still hitting the road. We're still playing shows. We just got back from Florida, but we're spending a lot more time in studio, releasing just a bunch of material that we have kind of backlogged. So instead of dropping a traditional LP, we're just going to release a studio single every month. And so far, so good, man. We've been dropping, everything on iTunes and all the normal stuff, and it's worked out well so far. I mean, we're only 2-3 months into it now, but it's been pretty sweet, yeah. So,
and you guys actually, compared to a lot of bands, you guys are pretty active on social media. I mean, you guys got a podcast, Facebook. How's that been? How's the podcast working out for you?
It's good. I mean, that's part of the Year of Fiction 20 Down thing we're doing. Is just not only is it just new music every month, we're doing the podcast. We got a web series we're doing with new style independent pictures out of Baltimore. I'd say it's going pretty
Yeah,
good.
the podcast is cool. It's just another way for ourselves to put ourselves out there. For people to learn more about us, and I don't know. I think it's pretty funny. We just kind of goof off and talk about what we have going on. And
We think we're funny.
So you guys, Baltimore, most of you guys are Orioles fans. You guys have played opening day the past couple years, or maybe not last year, but in the past. Predictions for the upcoming season?
I'm just going to remain hopeful until they prove me otherwise. Stay hopeful.
let's go, Buck.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to play 2 songs for us here today. The first song, tell us a little bit about it.
First song's called Mr. Sunshine. It's off our Where's the Levity LP. It's kind of like a reggae rock joint. I don't know.
There's some hip-hop in it, too.
There's some hip-hop in it.
It's pretty much everything.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Fiction 20 down.
In a bodega down in Georgia, I found a new way to lose my mind. I started tripping down on make-believe, and then I watched a man die. 'Cause I missed the sunshine, yeah. Yes, I miss the sunshine.
I like to welcome everybody with the squeeze and the bang. Don't mean to cause trouble, I'm just doing my thing. Roll on, fully loaded, my words stay quoted, and you know that I be holding to the fat lady sang.
A shotgun bang, bullet in your head, a finger to the trigger and the romance sings.
'Cause I'm
A
that
shotgun bang,
sunshine,
bullet in your head,
don't
a
mean
finger
to
to the
cause
trigger.
Hello, sunshine.
Remember me, yeah, yeah,
I'm the
sunshine.
sunshine.
Hello, sunshine. Remember me, yeah, yeah, sunshine.
I'm the sunshine.
I'm giving him with goodness, 'cause goodness gracious I gets down. 'Cause I miss the sunshine, yeah. In a bodega by the Georgia state line, without a worry but to keep my mind right.
So I thought until he kicked the door wide open and walked Mr. Sunshine. Shotgun bang, bullet in your head, a finger to the trigger and the romance. 'Cause I'm not sunshine, bullet in your head, don't mean to cause trouble. Hello, sunshine. Remember me, yeah, yeah, sunshine. I'm the sunshine. Hello, sunshine. Remember me, yeah, yeah, sunshine. I'm the sunshine. I'm giving him a goodness, 'cause goodness gracious, I get stuck. This is a hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. This is a hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. This is a hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. This is a hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. This is a hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. This is a hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Shotgun bang, bullet in your head, a finger to the trigger and the romance. 'Cause I'm not sunshine, bullet in your head, I don't mean to cause trouble, I'm just doing my thing. Shotgun bang, bullet in your head, don't mean to cause trouble, I'm just doing my thing. I'm like that sunshine, bullet in your head, I don't mean to cause trouble, and the romance. I'm like that sunshine, bullet in your head, don't mean to cause trouble, I'm just doing my thing. I'm like that sunshine, bullet in your head, I don't mean to cause trouble, and the romance.
All right, this next track is it's called Lighthouse. It's going to be the I guess the 5th single for our Year of Fiction 20 Down. So we're going to release it in May. It's a bit of a rock and roll song, I guess.
1, 2, 3. Let it roll like a mystery, like a shotgun smoking on a song you see. Let it roll like a robbery. We in progress, but we never stop to think. I know it's forget this day, and it's a forget step. You slowly grow in despair. You can't grow in despair, but keep your eyes up ahead. Keep your eyes up and move and rise up. The lighthouse in the distance. Just give me a little bit of hope. I need to keep me pressing on, yeah, yeah. Just give me a little bit of hope. I need to keep me pressing on, we're all pressing on. Let it fall, let the spring conceive. Like the first tree giving an autumn breeze. Let it dawn like the latest cheese. Yeah, the light switch flips and the bulb believes. I know it's forget this day, and it's a forget step. You slowly grow in despair. You can't grow in despair, but keep your eyes up ahead. Keep your eyes up and move and rise up. The light Just give me a little bit of hold. I need to keep me pressing on. Yeah, yeah. Just give me a little bit of hold. I need to keep me pressing on, pressing on. We're all pressing on. Let it grow like Micaiah B. Arms open, only hoping no doubt to speak. Let it shine through the tragedy. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, yeah. Just give me a little bit of hope. I'm here to keep me pressing on, yeah, yeah. Just give me a little bit of hope. I'm here to keep me pressing on, pressing on. We're all pressing on.
Great, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. You can catch Fiction 20 Down on the beach stage on Sunday, May 24th at Hometown Holidays. There'll be sand out there, picnic tables, so you won't want to miss it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Coming up next, we're going to have another Baltimore band, Kelly Bell, will be joining us again here on the Hometown Holidays All Access Show. I'm now here with the Kelly Bell Band. Thanks for joining us, guys.
What's happening? How you doing?
From Baltimore, Maryland, Kelly Bell has been voted the best blues band in the Mid-Atlantic region for 12 years in a row. When you guys come to Hometown Holidays, you guys are always a fan favorite, so thanks for coming out. You guys got your start as a backup band for Bo Diddley?
Yeah, 20 years ago, we in a little club called the 8x10 up in Baltimore. We backed up Bo Diddley. It was a bunch of us that came from different bands, and Bo said, "Y'all go on out there and do it on your own." And then here we are, 20 years later.
So in 20 years, what's changed in music for you guys?
Oh wow, so many things. Well,
If it makes you feel any better, I asked Mark Winter with the Nighthawks for 43 years, so.
oh well, Nighthawks being very good friends of ours, you know. Well, the cool thing about what we do is we play what's called fat blues music, and I don't know if you heard that. It's people ask us all the time what it is. We tell you if you could imagine Muddy Waters wearing a Bob Marley T-shirt, riding on Black Sabbath's tour bus on the way to a Parliament Funkadelic concert, listening to a James Brown 8-track tape, humming a Run DMC song with a Nighthawks ball cap on, all in the glory of Bo Diddley, that would be merely close to what we do. So in an effort to kind of perpetuate that kind of music and keep it going, the one thing that hasn't changed for us is the blues, because it's the root of all popular music. So over those 20 years, it's been able to be there, which has helped to keep us relevant because we keep one foot planted in it. But the other side of it is music has grown up with electronic music and hip hop and all these things that have changed. And actually, when you come to see us, all of that is infused into what's fat blues music. So.
And you mentioned the root of music. You guys have a Blues in the School program.
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, we go into schools, often a setup like this. Sometimes we do it as a full band, but usually we do it in an acoustic fashion. And we give kind of the roots of popular music, period. Obviously, we start with gospel. We go back into, you know, the early days of soul music, and then take it all the way up to today in our lecture, in the lecture part. But the lecture part is infused with performance. So we go back and get some old blues tones, like we'll start talking about the story of Robert Johnson and the history of Robert Johnson. Then we'll do one of Robert's tunes, and we'll talk about his influence, and then maybe do one of Muddy's tunes and talking about him going to Chicago and plugging in, you know. And then we bring in things like Parliament Funkadelic, and then being from the D.C. area, like a lot of us are, we'll of course talk about Chuck Brown and Soul Searchers. So you got to talk about go-go music.
So throughout your guys' 20 plus years, what's been your favorite venue to play?
Wow, there's so many of them. One of the things that we get to do that's really good, and we're honored to do so, is we get to play for our military. We link up with Navy Entertainment, and I remember there was this one venue. We played in believe it or not, a defunct volcano.
Oh, yeah.
So they told us that we were going up into this volcano. He said, you know, this may sound like a silly question, but it's not active, right?
Fair enough.
They're like, we don't think so. I mean, it's warm out, but it should be fine.
Who makes that determination? So, but that was really cool. I mean, just being in the spirit of it was right around 4th of July, so that was really cool, and just the acoustics in there it was like something I'd never heard before. So that was one of my favorites.
Cool. And you guys have had many collaborations and sit-ins and guest spots with a lot of artists. What was some of your favorites?
Well, we had said something about the Nighthawks. I've been a fan of the Nighthawks literally my entire life. And to have Mark come into the studio and record with us, and this was the second record. Our record Ain't Like It Used to Be. A lot of people don't know that's Mark playing on it. But every record we have done, we've been lucky enough. Right, Bobby Parker's on that record, Big Jesse Yawn. Deanna Bogart is actually the piano player and the female singer on our song FBI that everyone knows, but they don't know it's Deanna playing. Big Jack Johnson. There's just been, person after person after person. And that's just in the blues realm. And we've had other people too, like G Love from G Love and Special Sauce, and Jimmy Haha from Jimmy's Chicken Shack. And we have all kinds of guest artists. We're doing a show this summer that's going to support Quiet Waters Park, and folks can find out about it by getting on our Facebook and getting a hold of our new CD. A lot of those proceeds are going to be going towards helping that park, and that's been one of my favorite places to play, actually, is Quiet Waters Park. And between that and, honestly, Hometown Holidays, we've done that a few times. I'm thrilled to be able to do that again because a lot of people don't know I went to Montgomery Blair High School.
Just down the road.
Right down the road. So I grew up in this area. So to be able to come back here and have family come out and friends come out and see that's pretty cool too. But
Very cool. Now we've got to ask, because we got this thing sitting around our office, and I'm fairly certain you're probably the only band we've had at Hometown Holidays that has their own bobblehead. How did that come about?
Our keyboard player, it was Kirk Myers, he's still in the band, but he's not in a touring band anymore because his son is in high school now, so he had to step away from the touring band for a while. Kirk was our business manager for a long time, and Kirk decided that we should do different things. We're primarily a festival and theater band. So when we're playing festivals, if you don't have a new record out, I mean, we have 10 records out, but we've been together 20 years. So those in-between years, Kirk says, we always got to have something else interesting to pull people to the merchandise booth. So it's been hot sauce, bobbleheads. We vetoed Beanie Babies. Nobody wants a Kelly Bell beanie. Maybe a Ira they might want one.
We're thinking about maybe a Snuggie for next summer.
So hopefully, I mean, that's the kind of craziness behind that. It really was not my idea. The naming of the band wasn't even my idea. that would have been Automatic Slim, a good friend of mine who's the one that convinced me to do the Bo Diddley show in the very first place that sparked everything. He said, go under, Kelly Bell Band because you never know if you want to use it again. I'm thinking, I'm singing backup in a different band. I'm not even the front man. Like, I'm not sure I would be comfortable there. And he helped me and stayed with me for a few years, kind of helping me get my feet wet and playing small blues clubs, which we don't honestly get to play as often as we'd like to, because we're a bunch of bluesmen too, different cats. I mean, that's our musical director back there, Alex Crane, and Alex is like, a big jazz head. Both of these, this is a Berkeley grad right here. Derek used to be in Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Ira's been in a bunch of different bands, and he's a Baltimore blues legend. Wordslave here is a hip-hop aficionado. And he's with Black Root. He performs often with Black Root in a band called Axiom. And Ryan Fowler here has been in God knows how many bands, and I bet you don't know anything more about guitars or amps than that guy. He can tell you, he's got his own guitar business. He just knows more than anybody I've ever heard of. So you bring all of this together, man, we're pretty blessed cats, man. I'll play anywhere they want to play.
Very cool. Well, right now they're going to play 2 songs for us, and the first one is going to be...
Should Have Been You. It's a title track off a couple records ago, and a lot of people dig it. It's also on our new record, Coming Home, which is live from the 8x10, which is where it all started. We figured we would come on back and do it, where it belongs.
Fantastic. The Kelly Bell Band.
Should have been you, one I gave my heart to. Should have been you, and now you got me feeling blue. You, what I gotta say to take you home? Should have been you. My kisses will never do you wrong. Just a little note, babe, as a means to clear my mind. Got a flight to leave your town, and I'm running out of time. Seems I want you most where it don't speak. Got me wondering out my window if I can be the man you need. Should have been you, the one I gave my heart to. Should have been you, and now you got me feeling blue. You, what I gotta say to take you home? Should have been you. My kisses will never do you wrong. Reflections in my mind, babe, never seem to serve me well.
Love living life in the past,
Still
and I know you
hurts.
can tell.
I wasted too many days, baby.
Turning back the time,
Marching forward, don't look back. It's how you saved your mind. Should have been you, one I gave my heart to. Should have been you, and now you got me feeling blue. You, what I gotta say to take you home? Should have been you. My kisses will never do you.
hard on me. Let me vent for a second. Need a moment for recollection. Thinking when I was reckless with the love of me and you. Could have really been something, making a happy home lovely. With a couple of youngers running around. Was down to be a hell of a husband. With a queen by my side. Never opened my eyes, live in a dream world. With my dream girl, till I noticed the scheme. Tell me, can love really be so mean? Be so cruel? Now everybody plays a fool. That's what the old folks say. I never play by the rules. See, I would get in my ride, dip on the side, get back home, then look you right dead in your eyes. Be like, baby, there will never ever be another. You never have to worry yourself about anything any other. Now I'm sitting in this 3-bedroom home, pretending not to be lonely, cause I'm never alone like how you left me. What were you supposed to do? Now I'm thinking it woulda, coulda, shoulda been you, but when it was, I was acting like it wasn't enough. Had an insatiable appetite, wasn't acting right. Now that you're gone, I can recognize my wrongs. Now I'm seeking atonement through my songs and poems. Now that you're gone, I think I recognize my wrongs. Never knew forever without you could be so long.
Is this how love supposed to be? Never seem to know just what's quite right for me. I'm shaking my heart, baby, in your palm. Gotta tell me if I'm coming on too strong, strong, strong. Should've been you, the one I gave my heart to. Should've been you. And now you got me feeling blue. You. What I gotta say to turn you on? Should've been you. My kisses will never do you. Should've been you. One I gave my heart to. Should've been you. And now you got me feeling blue. You. What I gotta say to turn you on? Should've been you. It would've been, it could've been, it should've been. Baby, tell me why it ain't never been you. Should we go right into the second song? So, let's introduce the band real quick. Ira Mayfield Jr., Derek Dorsey, John Buell, Alex Crane, Word Slave, Ryan Fowler. We're the Kelly Bell Band. Me, I go by a different name. I'm the headliner, baby. We're done with the opening act. I'm the headliner, baby. Come see what the main attracts. I ain't got a lot of time in town, so if I'm too forward, I'm sorry now. After the show is over, you could be my after party now. Won't you be my after party now? I said, baby, let me be your party now. Won't you be my after? Honey, I'm a big man with big old needs. A healthy appetite, baby. So are you the kind that feeds? The way you're moving out in the crowd, your body is saying all the right things. I got a sweet tooth for loving, and you look like honey to me. Don't you know I'm the headliner, baby? We're done with the opening act. I'm the headliner, baby. Come see what the main attracts. I ain't got a lot of time in town, so if I'm too forward, I'm sorry now. After the show is over, you could be my after party now. Won't you be my after party now? I said, baby, let me be your party now. Won't you be my after? Somebody play the blues one time, man. Yeah. Hit the stage about 10, 8 when I come through the door. We'll play till the wee hours. Whole time y'all on the floor, babe. It's good you got that energy, 'cause you know I loves to perform well. When the curtain closes, lights down, I'll be your encore. Don't you know I'm the headliner, baby? We're done with the opening act. I'm the headliner, baby. Come see what the main attracts. I ain't got a lot of time in town, so if I'm too forward, I'm sorry now. After the show is over, you could be my after party now. Won't you be my after party now? I said, baby, let me rock your party now. Won't you be my after? After party, fat blues music with the Kelly Bell Band. Yeah. Baby, won't you be my? Baby, won't you be my after party? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hometown holiday. Put the spotlight on me, baby. And now it's time to perform. Come on backstage with me, baby, while the band plays on. I'm the headliner, baby. We're done with the opening act. I'm the headliner, baby. Come see what the main attracts. I'm the headliner, baby. I'm the headliner, baby. I'm the headliner, baby. I'm the headliner, baby. I'm the headliner, baby.
All right, Kelly Bell Band, thank you guys very much. You can catch the Kelly Bell Band on the beach stage Saturday at Hometown Holidays. Stop by the merch tent, pick up bobbleheads, beanie babies, hot sauce, Snuggies, anything else you guys got down there.
And 10 CDs, especially our brand spanking new CD, Coming Home.
Fantastic. And they're going to be part of a fantastic lineup at the beach stage, including King Soul, Kelly Bell Band, Nighthawks, and then the Dirty Dozen Brass Band that evening. So thank you so much for joining us for Hometown Holidays All Access Preview Show for a look at just the many bands, a few of the many bands that are going to be participating at this year's Hometown Holidays. Thanks so much. Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys. This is when the credits are running. I cued him in on it. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks.